dive a little bit more into our formulation philosophy, because some of you really want to know, why do we choose to do the things we do? You've heard us use these words, right? Safe, effective, therapeutic, and multifunctional. And Tom mentioned the clinical study. And Tom, if you can go over the clinical study just a little bit more, we'll actually show everybody the numbers and let them know what third-party organization did this.
Yeah, when we talk about effective, so we did this, again, it is a very well-established clinical research organization. They're based in New Jersey. They are unbiased. They're completely third-party. We have absolutely no say in their study other than approving the protocol up front and receiving the report on the back end. That is the extent of our involvement. So they are completely third-party, completely unbiased, and very, very well-known CRO, clinical research organization. So they do a study. In this case, there were 35 women in the study, and again, 100%, all 35 of those women saw statistical improvement, not just, hey, I think it looks better, but actual measurable and statistical improvement. So for every single one to have seen this and to have that measured after 4 and after 6 weeks was just amazing. And also, Cassidy talked a little bit earlier about how these products are okay on all skin types. 25% of the participants in this study were Asian women, and so we wanted to make sure that we got that demographic very well represented in this study. And so we again went through all of these factors and looked at the results. 96% showed improvement in skin texture and smoothness and softness. 93% said they saw an increase in luminosity and radiance. And your overall reduction in fine lines and wrinkles hit 36%. Your absolute best, most prestigious high-end cosmetics out there on the market, I've never seen one hit a number over 40. And we're talking about those products that are going to cost you hundreds of dollars. And
full of toxic ingredients.
And just the amazing amount of R&D that goes into those, and still they're probably at best 40% reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. And so we're right up there, comparable with the best of the best in this product.
And like everything we do, we take great care in our manufacturing as well, because we can get, really high quality ingredients. We can create a really great product. But if you don't have the appropriate testing or the good manufacturing, you can have some serious issues in cosmetics, correct?
Sometimes when we talk about testing and quality procedures, I think some people think we're talking about just the Nutrify line or just our supplement products or just our ingestibles. Well, that's just not the case. We do the same amount of testing and put the same quality parameters on every single brand that we put out there. And Jouve is no different. In fact, there is quite a bit of testing and oversight that happens with the quality testing for Jouve. It is, as Deanna mentioned, in an ISO 17025 accredited OTC FDA facility, just like we do with our Nutrify products. We have partnered with a manufacturer who adheres to these higher standards. It is tested by several third-party labs. We have done
now, Tom,
safety testing.
Real fast, Tom. You for the marketing guys in the room. I like to say marketing guys in the room. I love pop-up books, love simple stuff. I heard a lot of acronyms of ISO something something. It sounds
really... You want it dumbed down? That's what we're talking about, right?
In simpler terms, that would be wonderful for me to
okay,
know
so
why that's significant.
And I do, and I get rattling off some of those terms sometimes, and we do as we talk internally here. But you're talking about organizations that create quality standards like FDA, Food and Drug Administration, like ISO, the International Standards Organization, or NSF, that set these quality standards. They are the benchmark. And so when we say we pick manufacturers that adhere to those standards, that's what we're talking about. They are audited periodically, yearly at a minimum, by these outside organizations. And so these organizations like ISO, like FDA, come in and audit them to make sure that they are following the standards and the quality parameters that they have set. And once that manufacturer shows they do through repeated audits, they can say they hold to those standards. So again, we choose a manufacturer who they're not the ones saying, yeah, we're pretty good and we do everything according to good manufacturing practices and we're clean. They're not the ones saying that. It's these outside third-party organizations that are coming in and certifying them to those levels. And these are not easy certifications to get. Let me say, having worked in the manufacturing arena, keeping your manufacturing facility up to these standards consistently day in and day out to make sure that you're meeting FDA, OTC, ISO, NSF standards, all these acronyms we kind of throw around, is no easy task, and it takes a lot of work and a very, very robust quality system to keep and meet these standards.
And maybe you might be thinking that, oh, isn't this what everybody does in the cosmetic industry? Well, what's interesting, and most people don't know, is I could go home and whip up a batch of skincare in my garage, you know, with my own mixer, put it in a jar and sell it to you. You know, I could. And there's a lot of companies out there that do not carry these extra manufacturing certifications because, one, they're expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive to get. And two, like Tom mentioned, it takes a great deal of time. I mean, the Australian government is not easy on manufacturing certification. Health Canada is not easy on manufacturing certification. And of course, we care about the environment. So we're looking for a green power partner so that we can do our job in helping the environment. You put all that together, there's not many manufacturing facilities out there that fall under all those umbrellas. Care about quality, care about ethnic diversity, care about the planet, you know, and really are becoming recognized by some of these other countries that, quite frankly, often have stricter standards than even us. So let's move on. You learned all about our ingredients, about what makes us special. So now, what do you have that can help you sell it?
Okay, so now that our first shipments have gone out and a lot of you have Jouvé in your hands, and I'm sure a lot of you have great systems that you're going to plug the tools and programs that we as corporate have come up with into your existing programs. But a lot of you are probably wondering, okay, well, I have these products, now what's next? What do I do to go out and prospect and gain customers with these things? So I want to talk for a second about what our ideal customer is going to be. And here at corporate, we have spent a lot of time talking to our reps out in the field who have had a lot of experience, years and years of experience as representatives for other skincare companies. And what we found during this research is that this woman in the photo, I want you to think about this woman and think to yourselves whether or not this is going to be the ideal candidate for skincare. Someone that maybe has spent years and years smoking, that hasn't taken good care of their skin, that doesn't care about products. And although this woman has great bags under her eyes, she has great crow's feet, she has wrinkles all across her forehead, a person that looks like this and that doesn't care about their skin and hasn't cared for the past 20, 30, 40 years is not going to be the best candidate for a Jouvé customer for our products. Yes, absolutely, this person can benefit from them, and I'm sure there are unique cases, outliers to this formula, but generally you're going to want to go after people that care about their skin, that are currently using products, but people that you can turn around and educate on there is an alternative. There's a cleaner, there's a safer, there's a more effective way to take care of the skin that they're already taking care of. So let's talk a little bit about our sales process and the tools that we've worked hard to come up with for you so that you can hit the ground running as soon as you get those products in your hands. So where can all of these things be found? First of all, you need to access these things through the X-Office library. And we have worked really hard to make all of these tools available in many different languages. So no matter where you are in the world, these tools are right at your fingertips, ready for you to use and to share. So in your X-Office library, under brand tools and under specific languages, you can find an array of products that we've worked hard to develop so that we have a comprehensive sales system for you to use to be successful. So all of these tools, I know it might seem overwhelming in that photo we just showed. There's 12, 13, 14 tools, and there's all of these videos and all of these resources that have been created for you. They can all be summed up in a document that we're calling the roadmap, which is really a comprehensive sales program that we've developed for you to simply and effectively look at Jouve and all the tools we've created and to duplicate this system. So this roadmap has 4 very simple steps, and we're going to talk about them. The first one is to take your before and after photo. We've seen a lot of these floating around on social media and through emails, and people have started to take these photos. So the Instant Tightening and Restoring Serum is going to be the tool that you can use to get the fastest results. So we encourage you to take your before and after photo, and really that photo is going to be the most important tool, most powerful tool in your library. You don't need to spend time memorizing every single ingredient on the list and knowing exactly how these products affect the cells, et cetera, et cetera. These photos are going to speak for themselves. So that's the very first step in our sales process. Take that before and after photo. Now, the second step is to share your story. These products are amazing. They're effective. They have great ingredients in them, and they're clean. But products are more often sold based on emotional experiences that people have with them and talking about how they change their lives and the way they make them feel as opposed to the ingredient list. And we're really fortunate with Jouve that we have both of these aspects. Not only do we have clean, safe, and effective ingredients, we have products that are powerful and are going to allow you to create life-changing stories. One of my favorite parts about being a brand manager and one of the best aspects of my job is that I get the opportunity to hear a lot of these stories and see a lot of these photos, and I see people's reactions when they apply these products for the first time and see them change their appearance and take them back to a younger them, a period of time where they really felt their best and their most youthful, and I get to see people get back to that state. So the second step in our sales process and in our roadmap here is to share your story. So you've taken your before and after photo, you've shared your story. What about for the people that are listening to this call that are maybe under 30, that don't necessarily have the lines and wrinkles to take great before and after photos? You know what? You don't have to have your own before and after photo. You have access to friends and to family that can definitely benefit from these products, and you can use their story until you have your own, because you know what? Those lines and wrinkles, even though you may not be experiencing them yet, they're not far off for all of us. And so you'll get your story soon enough. But in the meantime, you can beg, borrow, and steal before and after photos of your friends and family, and do the same with stories as well. And in this roadmap, you'll see a lot of supporting documents that we have created to help you along the way. So these are documents that give you examples of how to share through a text message, how to share through social media, or how to share through an email. But you know what? All of these avenues of sharing all start with a before and after photo. I can't reiterate this enough times that before and after photo is going to be your most powerful tool. Okay, so the third step in our roadmap or our comprehensive sales program is to invite, demonstrate, and educate. So this is where you get in front of people, either those belly-to-belly meetings in person, or you can have digital demonstrations where you're demonstrating through the computer. So this could be over Skype or through any sort of social sharing like Zoom or platforms like that are digital and allow you to share through technology. We've also created a comprehensive guide on how you can create and host your own Jouve True You party. So this is either in your home or in an atmosphere that is intimate and comfortable where you can share in a small group setting. We've also created tools to help you share in small event settings. So these tools are really created to set you up for success and give you a step-by-step process of really how to go out and start duplicating these things. And then with all of our products, all of our brands, the fourth step in our sales program is to close and follow up. So we spend a lot of time coming up with a close and follow-up document. This is something that you can look at and learn and study and really incorporate into existing programs and situations that you are already using to sell our other brands. This just gives you some additional tips all in one place for you to easily access. Okay, and the crux of all of these tools and all of these steps in our roadmap is the home presentation. So a lot of the information that we've gone through today, slides, information, product information, ingredient information, et cetera, can all be found in the home presentation. So your homework after this training is to go into your X-Office library and to access the home presentation and really start to familiarize yourself with the documents and the slides that you have there, and to start to create your own pitch using the information that you've heard today and adding your own take on these products and your experiences with these products and this brand as you go along. And the final tool that I'm going to talk to you about is called our never ever list. So both Tom and Deanna touched on the ingredients that we as an organization, as a brand, have promised our customers that we will never ever include in any of the products. Tom, do you want to talk just very briefly about the purpose of this document, why we've created it, and our promise to our customers?
Yeah, again, this is a very specific list of ingredients. We are not just talking in vague terms about what clean or non-toxic means to us. We're actually listing those things. This is our written promise to each one of you, that these are the things you will never see on our Jouve labels, you'll never see in the products. And there's a specific reason why we have chosen each of these to exclude, based on potential health risks and problems and things that we just feel we will never use because we just don't want to sacrifice your long-term health for short-term beauty. And so again, we want to be very specific. We wanted to put it in black and white for everybody and just make this our written promise to every single one of you. This is a line that we just won't cross.
And a more comprehensive and detailed version of this never ever list can be found in our tool offering in the X-Office library. And this is really going to be a very powerful tool because it's a conversation starter. It's the first step in you educating people as to what ingredients we've chosen not to use and exactly why we've chosen not to use them. So again, home presentation is very valuable, but this never ever list is a great door opener. It's going to get the conversation started, whether you are face to face with a person, approaching a salon or a spa, or talking to any of your prospects along the way. And just
and you know what, though, on that, Cassie, all they need to do on that little list is walk into someone's bathroom, right?
Exactly. Just like Deanna challenged you in the beginning of this training to go to your bathroom, go to your medicine cabinet, open it up, and pick up the first product that you find. Turn that ingredient list over, and I guarantee 9.5 times out of 10, you're going to find at least 2 or 3 of these ingredients we've included on our never ever list, and products that have natural, clean, safe, for sensitive skin written on the label. The other day I was talking to this woman after we did a similar training, and she said, I went to my medicine cabinet and I pulled out this product that I've been using on my children for years, and it's supposed to be formulated for sensitive skin, and I turned it over and it had pegs, it had phthalates, it had parabens, it had artificial colors and fragrances, and I've been using it on my children that have very sensitive skin. And so this isn't an isolated incident. Go to your medicine cabinet and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
That's right. And you know what? And children are exposed to, and pound by pound are exposed to more, and you really need to be careful about that. And you know, unless you're walking into my house, came into my medicine cabinet and opened it, you wouldn't see these ingredients. But, you know,
which is one house in a million.
But I will tell you, you know, even if you choose not to use our products, these things shouldn't be in your life.
Again, the more surface area or the more skin that is exposed to a product, the more careful you want to be about these things. You want to be careful, point blank, period. Right. But the more you're exposed, the more important it is that you're conscious about these things.
That's right.
Okay, so to wrap this tool section up, we have created event invitations, all of these things, PowerPoint templates, independent representative logos, all of these things that you don't need to be spending your time doing, because what are you good at? You're good at going out into the field and talking to people and prospecting. And all of the time that you're sitting behind the computer trying to cut and paste a logo into an event invitation is less time that you're out in the field talking to people. So use these tools, take advantage of these things. And we've also created a very comprehensive library of videos. I think we have more than 10 videos in over 4 different languages available to you on YouTube. So go check that out. We've created playlists. We've tried to organize it as best we can. And those are a great place to get started as well. And you guys as reps don't have to be the message. You can be the messenger. Use these videos, use these tools, And going back to our most powerful tool in the toolkit, before and after photos are going to speak for themselves. This brand is really revolutionary for RX and for the industry as a whole, because these products and their instant and long-term benefits really will sell themselves. And then additionally, we have brochures and 10 packs and all of these things that are right at your fingertips for you to hit the ground running as soon as you get those products in your hands. So very briefly, Tom Jackson's going to talk to us about the fact that we care about you, we care about your business, and how we're going to keep you safe through this entire process.
And one of the things I just want to say, just as a way to stay on our compliance department's nice list and off their naughty list, is just to be accurate and honest about what you're posting about these products. The thing is, here's the thing about these products. We know they work. You're going to find out that they work, and you're going to find that out very, very quickly as you see these dramatic results and in some cases instant results. This is something that you don't have to exaggerate. This is something that you don't have to go out and be gimmicky and steal images like we've seen other companies do, which is just horrible, you know. And there are some out there that will go out and find you know, before and after photos of not even cosmetics. We've seen cases where people have pulled before and after images off of cosmetic surgery websites. I mean, just how bad is it that you have to exaggerate the effects of your product by doing little tricks and gimmicks like that? You're going to find that you just don't have to exaggerate about these products, because what Cassidy just said is absolutely true. The results speak for themselves, and you're going to see that. And so just use these before and afters the way they are. You don't need to worry about touching them up or playing with the lighting or Photoshop tricks or, you know, anything like that. You're not going to need to do that. It's dramatic enough without any of those little tricks, and people will start to see just how amazing these are. And it's so much more powerful to say, here is a before and after. It is completely untouched.
So you get to tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. What a novel concept out there, right?
Marketing is just educating.
Because so many, well, and the thing is, that should be, we shouldn't even have to talk about it, right? But sadly we do, because there are so many out there that don't play by the rules. They don't tell the truth. They do exaggerate. And you're just not going to have to do that. So there's really no need to do that. And so be honest about the products, because they're so phenomenal. They're so amazing that people are going to be blown away anyway. And you just don't have to resort to some of these nasty little tricks that some of our competitors and some others out there in the industry have used.
So to wrap it all up, we welcome you to Jouve. It's the next brand in the RX brand, a family, and it will help you reach your true you. So when you look in the mirror, you feel as beautiful as you are every day. And we do it by caring about the inside and the outside.